When you wake up in the morning and your mouth tastes bitter, your eyes feel a little yellow, and you can't remember the last time you felt truly refreshed, it's easy to think, well, I'm just getting older. But what if I told you those little signs could be your liver whispering for help? And what if I told you that ignoring these whispers could one day lead to chronic diseases that change the rest of your life? I'm not here to scare you, but I do want to help you listen before it's too late. The truth is, your liver is one of the hardest working organs in your body, quietly filtering out toxins from every meal, every glass of water, every breath of air. Yet, most of us over 50, and especially over 70, only think about our liver when something goes wrong. By then, the road back to health can be steep. I once spoke with a retired teacher from Ohio, let's call her Mary, who told me she hadn't paid much attention to her diet since retiring. I thought my salads here and there balanced out the burgers, she laughed. But over time, she noticed her digestion slowing, her skin becoming dull, and her energy fading. She chalked it up to aging until her doctor ran a routine blood test and found elevated liver enzymes. That was her wake-up call. And here's the good news. With the right foods and simple daily habits, she not only brought her liver health back on track, but also felt more energetic than she had in years. This is the heart of healthy aging. Not just living longer, but living better, with vitality that lets you enjoy each day. Many Americans think liver detox means expensive supplements, miracle drinks, or fasting for days. But the most effective way to support your liver is surprisingly simple. It's in the foods you choose every day. And these foods aren't exotic or impossible to find. They're humble, familiar, and affordable. They're in your local grocery store, maybe even growing in your backyard. They don't just help your liver, they improve digestion, reduce inflammation, balance cholesterol, and even support your heart. When we talk about natural detox tips for seniors, we're talking about small, steady steps that fit into your life without turning it upside down. Before we dive into the 5 everyday foods that can act as your liver's best friends, let's understand why the liver struggles more after 70. As we age, our body's ability to filter toxins naturally slows. This is partly because of reduced blood flow to the liver, partly due to decades of wear and tear, and partly due to lifestyle factors like less physical activity, medication use, and changes in diet. In the United States, about 25% of older adults have non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, often without even knowing it. The symptoms? They can be so subtle: fatigue, mild brain fog, a little swelling in the ankles that they're easy to dismiss. But left unchecked, they can lead to chronic conditions like cirrhosis, type 2 diabetes, or cardiovascular disease. Think of your liver as a filter in your home's air system. If it's clean and well maintained, everything flows smoothly, and you barely notice it's there. But if the filter clogs with dust and debris, every part of your home starts to feel it. The air smells stale, your energy bill rises, and eventually the whole system suffers. Your liver works the same way. A clean, efficient liver keeps your entire body in balance, from digestion to hormones to immune function. That's why doctor advice for seniors often includes regular liver function tests, especially if you have a history of alcohol use, take multiple medications, or have a diet high in processed foods. In Mary's case, her doctor recommended a combination of medical monitoring and dietary changes. She started with 5 foods, each rich in antioxidants, fiber, or compounds that naturally support detoxification. Within 3 months, her blood tests improved, her skin brightened, and she felt like someone turned the lights back on. And the beauty of it was these weren't complicated recipes or expensive superfoods. They were simple, familiar, and easy to enjoy every day. So here's the question I want you to think about as we begin. If your liver could send you one text message today, what would it say? Would it be, "I'm fine, keep doing what you're doing"? Or would it be, "Please, help me before it's too late"? Over the next few parts, we'll explore exactly how you can answer that call naturally, deliciously, and without turning your kitchen into a science lab. Because the best way to prevent chronic disease after 70 isn't to wait for a diagnosis. It's to take care of the organs that take care of you, starting with your liver. And that starts with what's on your plate. If there's one thing I've learned from speaking with seniors across the US, it's that the best health habits are the ones that feel familiar. You don't need to reinvent your entire diet overnight. Instead, you take what's already on your plate and make small, powerful changes that add up over time. And when it comes to natural detox tips for seniors, especially for supporting liver health, our journey begins with foods you might already love, but perhaps never realized were quietly working to keep you well. The first one, leafy greens. Now, before you roll your eyes and think, "Oh, here we go with the kale again," let's slow down. In the US, spinach, collard greens, and kale are easy to find, affordable, and endlessly versatile. What makes them so powerful for healthy aging is their chlorophyll content, a compound that helps neutralize toxins and improve blood oxygenation. Imagine your liver like a busy airport security checkpoint, scanning every nutrient and chemical entering your body. Leafy greens act like extra agents who help spot and escort toxins out before they cause trouble. For many seniors, digestion slows with age, and constipation becomes more common. This is another reason greens are your friend. They're rich in fiber, which not only supports bowel health but also reduces the amount of toxins your liver has to process. And here's something many don't realize. When you regularly eat greens, you're also helping control blood sugar, which is crucial because unstable blood sugar can contribute to fatty liver disease. In fact, a 2022 study published in the Journal of the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics found that adults over 65 who ate at least 1 cup of leafy greens daily had a 25% lower risk of liver-related complications. Now, I know not everyone likes the taste of raw kale or spinach. That's why I often recommend to my friends in Florida or California, where the weather is almost always grilling weather, to toss greens in olive oil with a sprinkle of garlic powder and roast them until they're slightly crispy. Or you can stir them into soups and stews, making them softer and easier to chew. For those living in colder states like Minnesota, a warm bowl of lentil and spinach soup not only soothes on a winter evening, but also delivers a dose of antioxidants your liver will thank you for. This is what senior wellness really looks like, making choices that are both comforting and medicinal. The second food might surprise you: beets. Yes, those bright red, earthy-tasting roots that many either love or avoid. Beets are a natural detoxifier because they're rich in betalains, compounds that help reduce oxidative stress and inflammation in the liver. Think of oxidative stress as rust slowly forming inside your body. Betalains act like a gentle scrubbing brush that keeps your liver's machinery running smoothly. For seniors, beets also bring another benefit. They help improve blood flow. Better circulation means your liver gets more oxygen and nutrients to do its job well. This ties into longevity tips in a big way because the more efficiently your organs work, the more energy you have for daily activities, whether it's gardening in your backyard or taking a walk around the neighborhood. In American kitchens, beets can be roasted and tossed into salads, blended into smoothies with berries for a sweet twist, or even pickled as a tangy side dish. In fact, many of my friends in the Midwest grew up with pickled beets on the table, a tradition that not only adds flavor but also helps preserve the vegetable's nutrient profile. And for those concerned about convenience, canned beets are a perfectly acceptable option. Just choose ones without added sugar or heavy syrups. It's worth mentioning that when you eat beets, your urine or stool might take on a reddish hue. Don't panic, that's a harmless side effect of the pigments and not a sign of bleeding. Still, it's a great conversation starter with your doctor during checkups, as they can confirm everything is fine. This is why doctor advice for seniors often emphasizes paying attention to your body's small changes. They tell you stories about what's going on inside. By adding these two foods, leafy greens and beets, to your regular meals, you're not just supporting your liver, you're actively reducing inflammation, improving digestion, and setting the stage for better heart health for elderly individuals. And you're doing it in a way that feels natural, not forced. In the next part, we'll explore the next two foods on this list, both of which you've probably had in your kitchen before, but maybe never thought of as powerful tools for reversing chronic disease naturally. These are foods that bring comfort, flavor, and health benefits that reach far beyond the liver, touching everything from your immune system to your mental clarity. When I talk about liver detox with seniors at community centers in places like Texas or Ohio, one question always comes up: do I need fancy supplements? And my answer is always the same: your best liver detox tools are often sitting right in your kitchen pantry. Let's look at two more foods that are not only delicious but also act like steady, quiet housekeepers for your liver. The third food is garlic. Yes, the same garlic you toss into spaghetti sauce or roast alongside chicken. Garlic contains a compound called allicin, which supports your liver's natural ability to flush out toxins. If your liver were a busy laundry machine, allicin would be like adding a special cleaner that breaks down grease and grime so everything runs more smoothly. For seniors, garlic does more than help the liver. It also supports heart health for elderly adults by improving blood circulation and lowering cholesterol. That means you're not only cleaning your body's filter system, but also keeping your pipes clear. In American kitchens, garlic can be added to nearly everything: soups, stir-fries, baked fish, even mashed potatoes. And if you worry about garlic breath, roasting it until it's soft and sweet reduces the strong odor while keeping the health benefits. I'll never forget a story from Mrs. Thompson, a 74-year-old retired teacher from Portland. She told me that after learning about garlic's benefits, she started making a simple roasted garlic and vegetable soup twice a week. Over the months, her digestion improved, her energy levels went up, and her doctor noted better cholesterol numbers. She laughed and said, "I didn't change my life, I just changed my soup pot." That's senior wellness in action, small, joyful habits that make a big difference. The fourth food is lemons. On the surface, they seem so ordinary, just something you add to tea or squeeze over grilled fish. But lemons are rich in vitamin C and citric acid, which stimulate the liver to produce more bile. Bile is essential for breaking down fats and flushing toxins. Think of bile as the soap in your body's dishwashing process without enough of it. The dishes, your cells and organs, never feel truly clean. For many older adults, drinking a glass of warm lemon water in the morning can gently wake up the digestive system. This simple routine not only hydrates the body after a night's rest, but also supports natural detox tips that doctors often recommend for healthy aging. And for those who enjoy a little culinary adventure, adding lemon zest to baked goods, salads, or grilled vegetables can boost flavor without relying on heavy dressings or salt. Lemons also have a subtle impact on mood. In aromatherapy, citrus scents are known to lift spirits and increase alertness. For seniors, maintaining a positive mood is just as important as maintaining good nutrition because your mental and emotional health directly affects your physical wellness after 70. I once met a widower named James in Arizona who began every morning with a ritual. He would slice a lemon, squeeze it into a mug, inhale the fresh scent, and sip slowly while looking out at the sunrise. He told me it was his way of starting fresh, both for his body and his mind. By incorporating garlic and lemons into your daily habits, you're layering more protection for your liver and overall health. You're also embracing a way of eating that is deeply rooted in both flavor and function, an approach that can help reverse chronic disease naturally, keep your immune system sharp, and maintain independence well into your later years. In the next part, we'll cover the final food on our list, a humble ingredient that many people overlook, but that holds incredible power for detoxing the liver and extending longevity. We'll also tie everything together into a simple, doable plan you can start this week, without giving up the foods you love. The fifth and final food might surprise you, it's beets. These deep red root vegetables are nature's way of saying, I've packed all the good stuff inside, and I'm ready to work for you. Beets contain betalains, powerful antioxidants that help reduce inflammation and support the liver's detoxification process. Imagine your liver as a busy city, and betalains as the street cleaning crew sweeping away harmful waste, clearing the traffic of toxins, and making sure everything runs on time. In many American households, beets are either loved or ignored. Some remember them only from pickled jars at summer barbecues, but fresh roasted beets are a completely different experience, sweet, earthy, and satisfying. For seniors, they also help improve blood flow, which supports brain health and keeps energy levels steady throughout the day. This means better memory, less fatigue, and a greater ability to enjoy daily activities without feeling worn down. I remember visiting Mr. and Mrs. Caldwell in Minnesota. At 72 and 70, they had both struggled with sluggish digestion and low energy. After their doctor suggested more liver-friendly foods, they began roasting beets once a week, tossing them into salads, and blending them into smoothies. Within a few months, they noticed fewer digestive issues, improved skin tone, and even better sleep. It's like we polished the inside of our bodies, Mrs. Caldwell said, smiling. Now, let's tie everything together. Garlic to strengthen your heart and clean your blood, lemons to wake up your digestive system and improve bile flow, beets to reduce inflammation and boost detox pathways. Along with the first two foods we discussed earlier, you now have a complete set of natural remedies that support healthy aging, senior health, and liver wellness after 70. But food alone isn't the full picture. Pair these foods with habits that protect your liver every single day. Stay hydrated, limit alcohol, manage your weight, and keep moving with exercises for seniors at home. Get regular checkups and talk to your doctor about simple liver function tests. Small, consistent actions create the longevity tips that lead to a better quality of life. Remember, The goal isn't just to live longer, it's to live better, with energy, independence, and joy. And here's something worth thinking about: your liver works for you every second of your life, filtering everything you eat, drink, and breathe. Isn't it time we gave it the support it deserves? By making these foods part of your routine, you're not just helping your liver, you're protecting your heart health for elderly years, improving your immune system, and setting yourself up for a future where you can keep doing the things you love. Picture yourself a year from now. The morning light pours through your kitchen window. You're sipping warm lemon water, a plate of colorful vegetables and roasted beets in front of you. Your body feels lighter, your mind clearer, your days filled with more energy than you thought possible. That's the power of daily habits for healthy aging. If this video gave you even one new idea to try, I invite you to like, subscribe, and share it with someone you care about. Because the truth is, wellness after 70 isn't about luck. It's about choices. And every choice you make today is building the future you'll live tomorrow. Take care of your liver, and it will take care of you every day for the rest of your life.